We're talking today with Mike Matusek, Manager of Government Affairs at OIDA, the Owner Operator Independent Drivers Association. Welcome, Mike.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Well, Mike, it's been about a year since I've checked in with you, and today I wanted to talk to you about broker transparency.
We submitted a petition to FMCSA, Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, back in May, asking the agency to basically change the existing regulations that deal with broker transparency. We asked for a couple of things specifically. One, that the information required to be provided by brokers to carriers be provided automatically and electronically, would prohibit or mitigate brokers from retaliating against carriers that request this information, which happens today. Electronically, we said, because there are some brokers that make it virtually impossible for carriers to access that information, meaning they might want you to come to their physical location, and if it's a broker out in on the West Coast and you're based, you're a carrier on the East Coast, it's going to be very difficult for you to go all the way across the country to get that information. You're probably not going to do it. We certainly understand that there are some brokers not thrilled about this. We've seen it in some of the comments, and it's tough to go back. I mean, the existing regulations predate, go back decades. We've seen things brokers say, oh, the legislative history doesn't support what OIDA is saying, and I haven't really seen anything to justify that, though. I've not seen language in conference reports. It's hard to go back 40 years and figure out what legislative intent is. So, but that's our petition in a nutshell, and these issues have been around forever.
What is the law, and how have brokers been getting around it?
The law in 371.3 basically requires brokers to disclose certain information to carriers upon request. I mean, that's essentially what the law says. It's been around a long time. One of the loopholes is brokers requiring carriers to come to their physical location to access the information. And it just is very difficult for a lot of carriers to do that. The other big loophole I wouldn't necessarily call it a loophole, but brokers essentially blacklisting carriers that have requested this information in the past. We sent out a bunch of information to our members asking for certain things from them, and it was actually kind of amazing to see how many carriers didn't really want to get involved in this. They agreed with our petition, but didn't want to get involved for fear of retaliation from brokers. Our petition is intended to address some of that by providing this information automatically.
For the Truck Boss Show, I'm Brad Kuhn. I'll see you down the road.